So while the Warriors, they round out their slate tonight, here in the desert, Steph Curry is out in Lake Tahoe at American Century Championship Celebrity Golf Tournament, sinking both no-look jumpers and long-range putts. Steph also had a little bit of fun from the tee box. Check him out, impersonating LeBron James as he welcomed him to the golf community. I mean, he looks like him a little bit, a little exaggerated.
Hey, man, listen, everybody can't do everything like Steph can.
Steph spoke on LeBron's golf game during yesterday's media availability. Take a listen to this.
Yeah, I talked to him last week, and he told me how much fun he had. You know, there's something to work with that swing, though. That's kind of what I was going for.
Do you think he could play out here and maybe even be a competitor?
Out here? I mean, Charles plays, so probably.
Okay, so in case you were wondering, Charles Barkley is a 7,500 to 1 odds to win this weekend.
That's pretty damn bad. I don't know nothing about golf. I'm probably about a 7,500 to 1. That's so I'm assuming me and him got the same. No, at all. But
okay.
And that's why he should have better odds than me. So I know he ain't good.
Are you a golfer, Bobby?
I'm not. I played once, and I think my clubs wound up in a tree.
So not good.
I tell you what, there's probably a better chance of me growing hair than Charles Barkley winning that golf tournament.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't do any bald slander over here. Okay, so it's pretty interesting that Steph said that he's talked to James over the last week, especially if you consider the story that Brian Windhorst and Ramona Shelburne released this morning on ESPN.com about the state of the limbo between the Lakers and LeBron after a very eventful 6 months. The story read in part, the gigantic trade that had landed Doncic in LA had formed sudden new realities, one of which was James's eventually becoming an expiring contract for the first time in his 23-year career. It was the strongest sign yet that the end of the Lakers tenure was near. Later in the story, Ramona and Wendy both reported, quote, a handful of teams, including Golden State Warriors, who tried to trade for James in 23-24, considered again whether to make an offer, sources said. It was abundantly clear that the 21-time All-Stars time as the face of the Lakers had for the first time a planned end date, even if James's record-setting NBA career did not yet. Whether the 25-26 season is to be James's final season in the NBA is up to him, but if he wanted the kind of Hollywood ending that only the Lakers can give legends of the game, the release date was set. Very interesting. Your thoughts, UD?
I mean,
shake your head.
Once again, I'm going to say it to my camera. We are sensitive. We want to feel appreciated. We want to feel wanted, especially a guy like LeBron James who's accomplished what he's accomplished. When you talk about what he's done as a Laker, 10, 15-year slump, they go to the finals, they get one, he brings them back, now all of a sudden everybody's talking about the Lakers again. I understand how LeBron feels. He wants to put himself in a situation to win a championship. That is not a championship roster right now. So I look at that situation, I say to myself, if he's unhappy, if he's disgruntled, you want to connect the group. You don't want any squares in your circle. That does not fit. So you don't want to disconnect the LeBron James in that locker room. To the Lakers, rightfully so. This is the future. Luka Doncic is your future. We are preparing for the future. LeBron James is not a part of that future right now. So both sides have a point. Will they figure it out and meet in the middle? I don't know. But LeBron James being happy, that should be his main purpose and his main goal. And I respect that.
I'll tell you what, I think we're in uncharted territory. I've never, and UD and Shams, you've been around this for a long time. I don't remember a situation like this. It's almost like going back and looking at like the 97 Bulls and Jordan, as great as he was, and then you add another generational player, and now you're waiting to buy time to build around that younger player here. And I think for LeBron James, who's still at a hot top 10 All-NBA, second team All-NBA, who still plays at a high level, it is going to be fascinating to watch a player that has a no-trade clause and that can basically dictate as far as if there ever is another ending outside of Los Angeles here. And where the Lakers are, they've got the potential of going free agent shopping next offseason, but that's in 2026. We still have another year to get through that.
Yes.
Tom, your thoughts?
So, to me, Rich Paul was very clear in his comments that he gave me the day LeBron James exercised a player option for the first time in his career for almost $53 million. And it was abundantly clear to me that day, LeBron James's feelings are and he's understanding that the Lakers are moving forward here, building for the future, and that means building around Luka Doncic and that being their number one priority. He understands it. He supports it. He gets where they want to go. So threading that line of building for now as well as building for the future, that is a tough through line that the Lakers are trying to balance here, where you have LeBron James, who came to your organization in 2018. You went to the NBA Finals. You went to another Western Conference Finals appearance. So you won a championship in 2020. So they've had a level of success here in Los Angeles. But then how do you map out the next few years as LeBron James is entering with either, whether he has 1 year left, 2 years left, or 3 years left. So the Lakers have to balance that aspect of it. And they are building, more and more around Luka Doncic and what that means, trying to compete. But on the same token, LeBron James has earned the right, as Udonis Haslam just said, he's earned the right to end his career on his terms when it comes to how many years, whether he has 1 year left, 2 years left, or 3 years left, and potentially how he wants his last year to play out in terms of comfort and just everything around him in a team environment.
So do you think that means that he could end his career in LA or elsewhere, UD?
He could definitely possibly end it elsewhere. If this is his last go around, I think he wants to be comfortable. He wants to enjoy it. He wants to put himself in a situation, most importantly, to win a championship. That was the big thing for him this summer, looking at what moves they were going to make, the pieces, the center situation, which is huge for unlocking him and Luka, who can get to the rim, catch those lobs, vertical spacing, open up everything. If he can put himself in that situation in another organization, I think he will explore that.
Where do you think would make sense?
I mean, he's talking to Steph. Who's going to turn down the chef? If Chef cooking up something, I'm showing up for dinner. For sure. That's for damn sure. If Chef cooking, I'm showing.
I think the interesting thing to follow is where this Lakers team is during the course of the season in a really difficult Western Conference where a lot of the other teams have gotten significantly better here. When you look at Oklahoma City returns to their same group, Denver has gotten better.
Yes.
Minnesota brings back Naz Reid and Julius Randle. Dallas, of course, we're waiting on Kyrie Irving here. Where are they? If they're struggling, let's say we get into December, what direction do you go? And if you don't think you're a playoff team or a top 6 team, do you look at moving him potentially with, of course, as far as where he wants to go? I think that's, if there's not a clear path for them to win a championship, I think that's going to be the most interesting thing to watch.
You just named 6 teams, so we know they ain't top 6. And we left the Clippers out, so they ain't top 7 either.
It'd be very interesting to see LeBron go literally anywhere. So TBD on that. Coming up tonight, it was a good one. NBA stars in attendance for Cooper Flag. Mavs, Lakers, Summer League matchup. First quarter, we start Cooper Flag with the steal, drives, fast break, and the slam. Mavs down 1, now in the 4th. Oh yeah. DJ Stewart drives to the lane, Flag with the block. He drives, finds an open Ryan Nembhard. 4-3. Dallas wins 87-85. Flag filled up the stat sheet in his debut, going for 10 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, and 3 steals. He also drew 9 Lakers fouls and turned it over just once. We'll talk a little bit more about Cooper and his debut a little later in the show. As you know, everyone is in Vegas right now. It's the center of the NBA universe. And look at who we have here. Mark Lowry and Alex Rodriguez, now officially the owners of the Minnesota Timberwolves. So I want to start from the beginning, guys. I know you guys are best friends. You guys do a lot together. When did you guys decide that you wanted to own an NBA team?
Well, I tell you what, Mark and I took a run at the New York Mets, and it was an incredible process. It took about 8 months. We were the second winners, and when that kind of fell through, we were very disappointed, and shortly after came this opportunity, and in a 5-10 minute call, we said, let's go for it.
Yeah, that was basically it. It was a blessing in disguise looking back now. We couldn't be happier.
Alex, you personally, you and Michael Jordan, the 2 former athletes turned owners, governors, like not minority, but co-owners here with Mark Lowry. What does that make you feel being in that position to say you and Michael Jordan, like that's a prestigious role for you guys after being athletes?
I mean, first of all, it's just an incredible honor. I mean, to be part of this incredible, both leagues, W and the NBA. Michael is someone who I look